Hello everyone. This plant is Solanum torvum and it is best known around the world as a pea aubergine or pea eggplant, as these small berries are edible and the plant is closely related to aubergine. It is even somehow similar in taste. It's slightly bitter and slightly sweet, and those berries can be eaten fresh or cooked. It can be chopped or add fresh to soups, stews, stir fries, whatever you want. You can even pickle it. You can dip it in oil and fry. And those berries have lots of medicinal values, and it is not only the berries but leaves, the stems and the roots of Solanum torvum are also used for medicinal purposes. The list of its medicinal values and what is it used for is pretty long. You can read it all in my article about this plant on my blog. To just mention a few, both berries and leaves are good for diabetes and are antibacterial, antiviral and antifungal. It is also cardioprotective and hepatoprotective. So it is very good to protect liver from damage from bad diet or some chemicals or fumes or whatever is bad in your environment that can affect your liver. And if you have already some existing problems, it's very beneficial. Yeah, I really like those berries. The first time I ever seen it was in a shop with specialized with Asian and African food in England, in Milton Keynes, and it was the most expensive vegetable there. The berries are picked. You pick the whole clusters, and that's how they sell it. And the important thing is that you pick it while it is still green. You're not picking it when it starts to get ripe, when it's turning yellow. Like you can see here, these berries are turning yellow, so these are the ones that you don't want to eat. Also, what you don't want to eat is very similar varieties to Solanum torvum. It is pretty tricky as there are some Solanum species that looks almost the same. Some people even say that there are some that looks entirely the same, but they are more or less toxic. So it is hard. Well, if you find a plant in the wild, if you know any local specialist, you best ask them for advice. Or, I don't want to challenge anyone, but you could just taste it very, very carefully, you know, small bit at a time, and see your body reaction. Because after all, even if you find the right Solanum torvum plant, it can still be harmful for you if you, for example, have some allergies. Your body might not tolerate it as the other people do. Well, my body tolerates it well, and I really do love it. It is very refreshing, It is really nice. I like to eat it fresh, and I like to add it to soups. And if you add it to soups without chopping whole, then it will get a bit soft, but it will hold on together if you will not overcook it. And then it has this very nice effect when it pop in your mouth. And that's what they use in Thai cuisine for hot dishes. And it's very soothing when it pops in your mouth. So yeah, it's a very, very nice vegetable. Solanum torvum is native to Central and South America, but nowadays it is spread through garden cultivation all around the tropics. So you can find it in Southeast Asia, where it became pretty popular, for example in Thai cuisine. You can find it in southern India. It is very commonly used there, as a culinary plant, and also in tropical Africa, like in Ghana, it is very popular. But in some areas, like here in the Philippines, like you can see, this plant is actually growing wild in the forest. So it was probably long ago when it was brought to island of Luzon, where I am now, and it was spread probably by the birds as they liked berries. And now it is quite common as a white plant here in the Benguet area, but I didn't meet a single person here, even though specialized in agriculture, forestry and so on. No one ever knew that this is eatable plant. Yep. So I presume that it is not only in the Philippines, but in some other countries as well, that this plant can be found growing wild, but it is totally unknown and underutilized vegetable and medicinal plant as well. The leaves and the flowers of Solanum torvum can be used to make cough syrup. The tea from the leaves is very tasty. It has mild taste, it is slightly sweet, and it makes you feel really good. Yep. Solanum torvum is a tropical bush that can grow to around 4 meters in height, and as you can see, it grows pretty wide. You can regularly cut it to make it more compact, and that usually makes it produce more flowers and fruits. But you actually don't have to do anything with this plant. It's one of those wonderful vegetables that once planted, just grow, it produces fruits all year round, and you literally don't have to do anything about it. Yep, no maintenance required at all. And it is very easy to propagate. You can grow it from seeds, or you can propagate it through cuttings. It puts roots very easily, and from the seeds it grows pretty easily as well. And it grows pretty fast. Yep. It tolerates drought. It can grow even in dry, sandy areas on very poor soils. But if it has enough compost in the soil, it will grow really fast. When you grow or harvest from wild Solanum torvum, you need to be careful as this plant has those nasty thorns that can hurt pretty bad.